Star Wars Rogue One.
This is our chance to make a real difference. Are you with me?
All the way.
So Star Wars Rogue One is taking place between the third Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, and the New Hope. So you can say this is Star Wars 3.5. That is it. So please don't expect this as the 8th Star Wars film. Well, technically it is the 8th Star Wars film, but it is taking place between 3 and 4. So this film is really more of a side story, but it's a very very good addition to the Star Wars saga. But this film did so well as a side story because there's so many things in the element in this film that is so well done in this film that really makes it a very very good addition to it. So because of this, the success of this film, we will be seeing more of a future upcoming side story. You can say side story films such as Han Solo, the young Han solo film, maybe even more solo film in the future. But there are a few things that I really like about this film, as in the CGI in this film are so great, to the point is it makes me wanted to have, technically speaking, I wanted episode 4, 5, 6 a remake, but at the same time I don't want it a remake because it's a classic film. The reason why I want the Star Wars 4, 5, 6 to be remade because of the CGI was so well done, to the point it's so believable that it makes Star Wars 4, 5, 6 the CGI very outdated. To be honest, it really felt 4, 5, 6 outdated because of this film. Because I want to talk about the climax of the film. The climax of the film was so good because it's directed by Gareth Edwards. He is so good at building up, as in the building up of the story. He did this with the same as his previous film Godzilla. The way he directed the film is to build up the momentum of the film. So this film did the same thing. So he build the momentum up until we have the final showdown, you can say. So which I really did enjoy. When you go and watch Star Wars film, or most people will be expecting lightsaber fights or the Force or Jedi, this and the stuff. But this film did not totally actually did not have any lightsaber fights at all. So which really brings a special feel to the point, because this is really like a war film. So there's nothing like Jedi versus a Sith way, but this is more of a political kind of view, like the government versus the rebellion kind of situation. This is the part where I really do like, because this is the Star Wars that I really wanted to see. So I really do not want to see like the Jedi will be the hero of the film, something like that. I really don't care for that anymore because it has been repetitive throughout the Star Wars franchise. But this is the kind of stuff that I really want to see. A small group of rebels that go against a huge, you can say, government empire. So this is what I wanted to see. So it implemented very very well in this film. To be honest, I really did enjoy this aspect of the film. There are so many stuff that I wanted to talk about. I will most probably I will be talking about in the full spoiler version. Well, this is the non-spoiler version. So I have to wait for you all to watch the film, then I only release the full spoiler version of the movie review. Character development of the film is also quite well done, to the point as every character in this film are so appropriately timed to them, to the point that you care for these characters. Well, you can say the main 6 characters which represent Rogue One. Those are the characters that they are so well developed that makes you want to care. And then there are so many side characters that didn't put too much effort on them, but I'm fine with that. So because you really need to know these few characters, so they did develop them well. But I do have to say one thing about this film, as in I cannot really put my finger on it. I felt this film was average. It's literally average film somehow. But given that so many positive things that I've given just now, I still feel like this film is kind of average. I really cannot put my finger on it. I don't know what is it about this film that I really cannot put it, but maybe because I'm not a really a big Star Wars fan, so to the point I don't really so many aspects of the film that I like, particularly the pre-production wise. But as the whole, it's an average film for me, to be honest. It's a really average film for me. It's the pre-production that I like so much. I do love the production of the film. The people put so much thought in it. So many things in this film that is so positive, but it's the story that is so average. It's the kind of film where you have this guy played by Matt Mickelson. He is the engineer of the Death Star weapon, the so-called the weapon. And then this girl, who is Matt Mickelson's daughter, played by Felicity Jones, led this rebel to go and steal the plan of Death Star and then send it to the Rebel Alliance. This team have to penetrate and infiltrate the Empire to steal the plan and then send it to the Rebel Alliance. As simple as that sounds, really as simple as it sounds, the story carried out in this film was quite average, to be honest. The way I see it is very average, despite there are so many positive things in this film. That is how I felt. But still I did enjoy this film very fairly. I really do. Maybe because I'm not a very huge Star Wars fan, but I like it overall. I don't love it. It's not a mind-blowing film, but I just enjoy it. With this new Rogue One, actually, to be honest, among all the Star Wars film, literally among the Star Wars film, this is the best Star Wars film ever. Even though I said it is a sort of average film, but this is by far the best Star Wars film. Why do I mean that? Because there is no lightsaber fights at all. There's no Jedi whatsoever. Of course, there is a bit of the Force here and there, but it's only a mention here and there. But this film did so well in terms of pre-production. But the story-wise, it was average, to be honest. I don't feel mind blown at all. I don't feel excited at all, because every moment of the film I get excited because of the production, not how it goes. That is all I have to say about it. That is how I feel, at least about the film. But I do recommend you guys go and watch this film because so many aspects of the film did so well. So I'm going to give it a very fair point of this for this film. I'm not going to give it my first impression score. I'm going to give it a very fair score to this film. So I'm going to give Star Wars Rogue One a 7 out of 10. I'm sorry, this is what I have to be honest to myself, or else I'm going to be lying to you all, because you guys have to go and watch this film. So I will be talking about more of the spoilers in my full spoiler review, so you guys will get what I'm trying to say. But this is what I really get. I really do genuinely think that this is the best Star Wars film ever, because there's so many aspects of the film that did so right in this film. So this is my movie review of Star Wars Rogue One, and I'll see you all next time.